Everybody, and welcome back to the shit nobody tells you about pain. This week, we are going to be talking about the vagus nerve. There seems to be a lot of misconceptions and information kind of floating around on the vagus nerve. So I thought we would talk about that this week and talk about like the good, the not so good, the true, the false, the maybe. And can it actually help you get rid of pain, get your life back, do all those things? Is it that magical? So let's not waste time. Let's get into it. For those of you wondering what the heck the vagus nerve is, it is actually one of the longest nerves in your body, and it's responsible for a lot of stuff that your body does without you even thinking about it, such as keeping your heart rate regulated, digesting your food, breathing, helping you handle stress. It's a pretty important and pretty cool nerve, right? The word vagus means wanderer, which kind of fits perfectly with this nerve because it travels all over and it starts in your brain, goes through your neck, your chest, down to your abdomen, and it's like the body's biggest multitasker. All right. So here's the important part for those of us managing chronic pain. This nerve is responsible, along with other systems and things, but it's responsible for flipping into fight or flight or rest and digest mode, right? And we have talked about how chronic pain is the fact that we're in fight or flight mode too much, and we need to be able to get into that rest and digest mode. And this nerve is like a major part in helping your body do that. So it's the rest and digest mode is your body's natural way of calming down and can be super helpful when you're trying to manage pain. When you're stressed or anxious or in pain, like your pain is particularly bad, your body goes into that familiar fight or flight mode, which makes your pain feel worse. Empirically, it just does. When your muscles tense, your breathing becomes shallow, your heart rate picks up, and your body's alarm system is going off. And when I say shallow, I mean we become chest breathers. For any of you that have done any PT and they talk about belly breathing and they try to get you to slow your breathing down, take deeper breaths, that's because that fight or flight has us breathing all up in our chest and our shoulders, which then usually ends up making all of these muscles very, very tight and can lead to like our necks feeling really tight or painful, our shoulders feeling tight and painful, tightness in our chest, right? And then we end up with the whole, oh, you're just anxious. Right? So it's this whole circle because, like, yeah, we are anxious because we're in pain and we can't get help and da 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 da, and then our bodies freak out and our heart rate picks up, and it's like bells are ringing everywhere. I mean, like if you stop in the middle of like a flare or a particularly bad pain episode, doesn't it kind of feel like sirens are going off everywhere? Like if you really stop and pay attention, which I get is hard to do when you're in the middle of a flare, but like it does. It kind of feels like chaos is going off inside my body. In order to calm the system down, to switch over to that rest and digest, the vagus nerve has to be involved because that's its job. That's what it does. It gives us more, I mean, being in rest and digest gives us more control of our bodies. And that's the goal. More balance, less stress, less pain, better living, right? All right. So, how does all this work in practice? Well, there are people that think we can stimulate the vagus nerve and that we can help it like flip the switch from rest and digest or from fight or flight to rest and digest. As with all things, some people find these things helpful. Some people find that it doesn't do a freaking thing. Okay. So I'm going to go through some very easy, very safe exercises, if you will, that are purported to stimulate the vagus nerve. So let's talk through them. Okay. The first thing is humming. Yeah, you did hear me right. It's humming. It is claimed to be one of the easiest ways to stimulate the vagus nerve, and the vibrations on the throat as you hum help activate that calming rest and digest parasympathetic nervous system. So how do you do it? Hum your favorite tune and take slow, deep breaths as you do. You'll feel the vibrations in your chest and your throat, and much like a cat's purr, that can be very soothing. Yeah, I can't carry a tune, but it's singing with your mouth closed. You're causing vibrations to your throat. Give it a try. Tell me in the comments what you think of that one. But it is something that you can quickly and easily do if you're finding that your pain is shooting up, or that you're just having a moment where the pain is too intense and you can't handle it. Okay. Exercise number 2, deep breathing. This is a classic. It's a favorite. Everybody tells you to breathe. Kind of want to punch them in the face. I still want to punch them in the face, but it works. This one works, and I will explain why. But we're going to take slow, deep breaths that are going to signal the body it's time to relax. Deep breathing is how like escape artists get through their really intense, scary things. Deep breathing is something that elite athletes use to make sure that their adrenaline doesn't drop before the start of their race, because having adrenaline in your body before the go is not helpful. And it appears that when we, oh, the cats are having some zoomies. It appears that when you are taking slow, long, deep breaths, that it lowers your heart rate and your blood pressure, which we just said was connected to the vagus nerve, because your brain can't be breathing slowly and evenly and also think we're in trouble. So you are consciously giving a command to your body that everything is okay. I love to pair deep breathing with like positive affirmations, like this hurts, but I'm not injured. I hate this, but I'm going to be okay, right? Because I'm all about being honest with my brain and like, yeah, I'm not loving this, but I also know I don't need to go to the emergency room. I know I'm going to be okay. I know XYZ, right? Okay. So we're going to place one hand on your belly, the other hand on your chest, and we're going to breathe deeply through your nose. Let your belly rise and hold it for a couple seconds. And then exhale through your mouth. Oh, even just one helps me. Now, I've been practicing that for a very long time, but absolutely helps me feel calmer and more centered. I do this when I am in impassioned discussions. I do this when I am in fights with my loved ones. I do this when I need to express needs that I'm worried somebody's going to make fun of me for or ignore me. That's still a huge trigger for me. So I use a single deep breath like that to like center myself before I talk to the person about the things that I just mentioned. Practice your deep breathing, okay? It will help over time. Give it a try right now. They say 5 to 10 minutes. Some people say 5 to 10 breaths. Play around with it and see what works for you. I'm good with 1 or 2, and then I can carry on. How many did it take you? Tell me in the comments. All right. Activity number 3. If humming isn't your thing, what about gargling? When you gargle with water, the muscles in your throat apparently stimulate your vagus nerve. It's quick, it's easy, it wakes up the system. Take a sip of water, gargle for 30 to 60 seconds once or twice a day. Like do it when you brush your teeth, and off you go. It's really simple. I mean, like it's so simple it almost seems kind of silly, doesn't it? But much like the humming, it's stimulating your throat. So give it a go. see what happens. I am not going to gargle for you here on YouTube. Sorry. I love you guys, but I will not be gargling. Okay. Trial number 4. Cold exposure. Because that is going to flip you into rest and digest. So I have heard this used more for like, I'm having an anxiety attack and I can't stop. But well, anyway, let me explain it. Okay. So you're going to splash cold water on your face. You're going to get in a cold shower. Plunging, like maybe some of you guys have heard of Wim Hof and his ice plunging and all of that. If you have the tolerance, the ability, the all that, it's and your heart is in good condition. It's intense, but it's good. It will help reset that stress response. And I was kind of thinking out loud about how I've heard it used for having an anxiety attack. You take a bowl and put some ice cubes in it. Like, please understand, an ice bath or cold exposure doesn't mean the whole thing has to be filled up with ice. You just need to put some ice in the water to make it extra cold. And then you just dunk your face. And I know people with super high anxiety that this has helped. And I also know some other people that have used it for pain, and it works. Contrast baths, so hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, are often used for acute injury to like get blood flowing and stuff. But I also wonder if there's some element of that cold exposure that's also at play with the nervous system when we do that. I mean, we know there's play at the nervous system when we do it, but I wonder if maybe that's more important than the contrast part of it, moving fluids and all that. If anybody watching this knows, let me know. I'm having a moment of curiosity. All right. Exercise number 5, which also could be, you know, something that you do because you love it, but it's singing or chanting, right? So again, vibrations, stimulating that vagus nerve. And let's be honest, singing is just fun. Belting out your favorite song, taking those deep breaths. It is a great mood booster, and it's going to release endorphins, which are what? Your body's natural painkillers. That's right. So blast your favorite music, start singing. Heck, maybe you're going to sing some songs from Mary Poppins because you saw my video last week and you thought, you know what? I watched it and now I can't get these songs out of my head. Thanks so much, Amy. You're welcome. So we're going to hum. We're going to gargle. We're going to sing. We're going to try cold water. We're going to do deep breathing. And we're going to see if over time any of these things help us. I'm going to suggest you try whatever you have picked. You're going to try it for 3 days. Because I think it takes us some time to get out of that, like, man, I feel stupid phase. You're going to try it for 3 days. If it's not helping at all, like if you're like, okay, well, I wandered around humming and that didn't really do anything for me, toss it, try something else, right? We don't, here in Restoring Venus, we do not do things over and over and over again for no reason at all, or because somebody said so. We give them a try. And if they work, we add them to our tool bag. And if they don't work, we remember them for when nothing else is working and we give them a try then, right? These are simple things that you can do anywhere and cost absolutely no money. Is it a magic cure for your pain? Like, are you going to do one of these things for a week and your pain is magically going to disappear? I am not a fairy godmother. I wish I was, but no. Is it going to help you by being a valuable tool in managing your stress, managing your pain, improving your mood, giving your body a chance to find balance? Yes. But none of these things is a single cure-all. If you are still looking for the singular thing that's going to make your pain better, you're not going to find that here. You're really not going to find that anywhere, to be fair, but you're certainly not going to find that here. I give you helpful tips that when all put together and tried and made personal to you, that's what's going to help. So if you're interested in learning more about how to manage your own pain routine, how to get personalized guidance on your healing journey, then please know I offer one-on-one coaching and consults. And we also have some low-cost courses designed to help you manage pain in a way that works for you, because I want your pain management to be just as personalized as I want your journey to be. So if you want to work with me, let me know. Shoot me a message, restoringvenus@gmail.com, or leave me a message in the comments and we can chat. Remember, it's not about getting rid of your pain. It's about learning to live alongside it with ease. You've got this. And if you found this video helpful, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips and tools to manage your pain and live well. And I'll see you next week.